Going on to you, Leos. So you have the Emperor, the Five of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. So these three cards right here represents how a lot of you Leos. Oh my gosh, I just did the Libra videos. But you Leos happen to be in a situation where a lot of you are very much so maintaining your own dignity, yo. A lot of you are coming out of a... Slow down, there's a lot to talk about. You have the Emperor, the Five of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. You Leos are coming out of a very crazy situation, looking and smelling like roses. Looking good and smelling like roses. The reason why it is that I'm saying that in the first place is because of the fact that, remember how it is I was telling you about those crazy individuals that all it is that they want to do is spend your money. They're uninterested in getting to know you. Remember I was telling that to you? Well, the Emperor here represents you, and it represents the dignity that you've been able to maintain, because you're coming out of this without spending a dime, without feeling like an idiot because you spent something on them. The Five of Pentacles and the Hanged Man represents the overall greed and the desperation and the laziness that a lot of people tried to get you with, tried to gank you, play you, and it didn't work. They were con artists. The way that these people stepped to you, it was on some dating fraud, in the sense that, what is dating fraud? Because that's what an Aquarius was trying to run on me, right? That's one of the things that a specific Aquarius was trying to run on me. The idea that a person can act like they into you when really what it is that they trying to do to you is get you for everything that you're worth, and like butter you up and, play you out, and essentially, one day you may end up coming back home. If you live there together with them, you may end up coming back home or to your apartment or your literal house, and then the next thing you know, all your furniture and everything is gone. That's what I mean. They're trying to eat you out of a home, sleep you out of your own bed. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of you Leos saw that for what it was, with a little bit of patience. But the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Cups represents, but at the same time, those same very people are still very much so trying to get your attention. But the Three of Pentacles represents, but your attention is already someplace else, though. That's the beauty of it. You already have your own eyes set on someone else. Who the person actually is, not necessarily anyone in particular. You just know that you're done with this person, right? We don't know in particular exactly 100% so down to the molecule of who it is that we're looking for. No one does. But at the same time, the more you do that, the more you break down what it is that you want to that molecule, is the harder it actually is to find somebody, because it's too detailed, right? You want to make an archetype, but you don't want to make it super detailed to the point where it's like, okay, right? But a lot of you know that you don't want to deal with someone who is like that. But then you have the Chariot, because you've been through too much. You've been through too much. You've seen too much. You had too many people jealous of you. Right? You can't say the H word. You can't say the H8 word. You can't say that. You can't say that out loud. So, even if you don't necessarily mean it like that, that's called the speech. So even though I'm not using it as such, but whatever. So you Leos have been through too much for that. You're too experienced for that. And a lot of you Leos would rather literally be by yourselves than to be with somebody that's low-key jealous and envious and just wants to get everything that they can get out of you. The Lovers now represents how, so as a result of this, you want someone really from that experience, you want someone that very much so is a good fit for you. And you have a better chance at finding that quality type of person now because you know how to look for them. All of the zodiac signs that's been over here on this channel, you know how to look for it. You know how to look for it. You know you have to ask them questions. You have to hang out with them. It's not enough to ask them questions because people lie. So you have to actually see them, what happens, and see if the things that they said match up with what it is that they do. And a lot of you, the Ace of Cups, a lot of you are ready. A lot of you are ready to give your heart to somebody else. You know, you have a lot of it to give. The Fool and the Star card represents, and when you get a chance, Star card is Aquarius, opposite zodiac sign. But what it represents is beautiful, because what it represents is when you Leos get a chance to be with somebody that knows how to, like this, that knows how to actually, give back and knows how to reciprocate, you will be a fool for them, in the sense that you will give without hesitating on giving. See, you had to hesitate due to the fact that you wasn't really sure if the person is there just to be around you, because their stories and what they say versus their actions are very much so inconsistent. It's like, it's inconsistent. It has been inconsistent. So a lot of you Leos, you may not have necessarily have known what exactly was particularly inconsistent. Maybe you do. Maybe you did in the past, but you knew that the inconsistencies are most definitely there. So you know that you couldn't be hanging out with them. But when you find, I just see that a lot of you Leos, like, gosh, when you find that person where it's an interaction, the two of y'all match, and look at how the pictures match up with one another too. This person is hanging up off the cliff, the land mass is there, the nice body of water. This person is throwing throwing the water into it, right? This person's actually drinking from that body of water. Look at that. The jackal is right. You know what I mean? The jackal is right there watching at the Fool, right on the side of the cliff. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Fool. Matter of fact, let's clarify the Lovers. Let's clarify the Lovers. The Empress, the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and then you have the Hierophant. So this right here represents how a lot of you are very much so, again, you've been getting a bunch of no's, or you've been saying a lot of no's to other people, right? No, because they're just not it. You're going to continue to date. You want to. The motivation is there again. But a lot of the people that you have been meeting is just not it. They're just not it. The Ace of Wands and the Hierophant is, you need to feel that they're sincere. You need to see their sincerity, right? You need to actually experience them and know what's going on. A lot of people, you can tell, Five of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, they're only around to get the money. They're only around because they envy what it is that you have, and that they want to make you unhappy. They want to destroy you. They want to get your money. Whatever the happiness is coming from, whatever you're happy with, which is an extension of you, wherever that internal happiness is, they want to break you. And the thing is that the Hanged Man represents, you've been able to see imposters, basically pretenders and imposters, by seeing just how much an individual lies by being patient. A lot of the things that they have done have been very inconsistent when you actually pay attention to their actions versus the things that they say, right? So let's clarify the Fool, which is you. Getting these notifications. So you have the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Swords. You have the Six of Swords, and then you have the Devil right here, right? So it represents how this represents the Seven of Swords and the Page of Swords. There's a lot of con artists out here. There's a lot of people who spend way too much of their time trying to get another person. I never understood what is the point of trying to get a person to like you and doing all this and doing all that. You know what I mean? In order to get them to like you just so that they can play you. I never understood this. But a lot of you Leos understand that you got to be very careful and selective about who it is that you hang out with, because you got to be selective about that stuff, because ultimately you realize how much it is that you Leos have to lose. You can lose your entire life savings. You can lose everything that you've worked for. So you don't want to make terrible decisions based off of that. Just because of the heat of the moment, you decided to, really make very strong decisions that end up backfiring. The Six of Swords and the Devil represents, but it's not that you are afraid. It's not that you're scared to actually give your all to somebody. Like it is, I said before, though, Leo, they're just, some of the people, oh, I forgot to pull one more card. Queen of Wands. It's just that some of these people are just not it. You don't have similar values. They value money way too much, which means that they don't value your life. They don't value the connection, the spiritual connection, because love is a spiritual connection as well. You got too many people who try to break love down to only tangible things. And it's like, that's the ego talking. That is the ego talking. Because why is it that when you have married couples that will be with each other for over how many umpteenth years, when one of them passes away, the other person will be heartbroken, and then the other one may end up passing away due to how heartbroken they are? Come on, stop. Stop trying to oversimplify things. There is a spiritual component. And anybody who's steadily trying to make something too physical, it's like, nah. They risk sounding stupid, really. So, and the thing is that the Queen of Wands represents, so that's one of the reasons why you can't hang out with that person. Because the Six of Swords, the Devil, and the Queen of Wands. The obsession, what this person values, they're more trying to control you, how the interaction between you and them ends. They don't know how to simply disappear respectfully and move on with their life. They have to troll you afterwards. They got to get on your nerves. They got to be dysfunctional. They got to go out kicking and screaming. And it's like, and all it is that you wanted them to do is just leave peacefully. There's no need for the drama. That's pretty much it, though. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. A lot of, just keep dating, Leo. Travel if you must, but just keep dating. There's somebody out there for you.